It took Madison all of 3 seconds to yank her arm from Andrew's grasp and turn back toward the front door. The details didn't matter. She wasn't about to be manhandled by anyone. She invited Brian in for coffee, and he damned well would have coffee. After that kiss. No, she'd think of that later. How dare Andrew treat her like that in her own home? The gall of Andrew astounded her. Just who did he think he was?
Madam, I'm afraid I must insist you follow me and leave that man to his own devices.
Oh, of all the nerve. Andrew, I say this with the utmost respect. Shut up. He stared at her with an expression of almost comical shock. She marched to the front door and swung it open with far more force than necessary. To her delight, Brian stood outside staring up at the sky with wide eyes and a slack jaw. Even mystified, the beauty of his face took her breath away. God painted him to perfection, with a rugged jawline and high cheekbones, his dark hair lifted and swayed with the gentle breeze. The curve of his lips fascinated her. They looked soft and incredible, even against the day's worth of stubble around them. For the first time in ages, her libido kicked on. "Brian?" She called to him. He jerked his gaze toward her and blinked a few times before he responded.
Madison,
"Coming in?
are you sure?
This is my house, and I invited you."
Do I actually have to drink coffee? No,
She laughed. "Would you prefer tea?"
that's fine.
He walked toward her, but hesitated before he walked in, as if to ask again if she were certain that she wanted him to come in. She wondered if something more than the incident with Andrew had given Brian a lowered feeling of self-worth. She led him from the foyer her mother designed. 2 elegant staircases curved down with a statue of one of the archangels in the center of the room. Madison found it daunting to walk into a house and see a statue of an angel with a flaming sword about to strike some unknown being, but it made her mother happy, so she kept it. The elder DeWalt had gone so far as to make her swear she'd never have it removed. Madison saw no reason to deny a request that seemed almost trivial. "I don't know where Andrew went, but I apologize for how you were treated." When he didn't reply, she turned and found him standing at the foot of the statue staring up at it. She couldn't read his expression but figured the marbled man caught his attention as much as it did her mother's. "My mother installed the statue when I was born. Apparently she felt she needed more than a security system to protect her only child, though I'm not entirely sure what a statue is going to do. It does give one pause,"
You are well protected by this angel.
he said with a smile. If only he'd protect me from my dreams. Even having said that, she wasn't sure how she felt about the dreams. A part of her life for so long she wouldn't know what to do with them if they disappeared, but always held hope that they would. She had the entire kitchen redecorated in a theme of the sea. Blues and greens touched everything and gave her comfort each time she entered. It picked up her spirits as nothing else could. As did the ocean when her life got too chaotic, and she felt overwhelmed. A small trip to the sea put away all her stress. The ocean was her special magical healing powers.
Your kitchen is beautiful.
Brian commented, breaking the silence. "Thank you," Madison said. A cough interrupted what could have been a tranquil cup of tea to focus her thoughts. Andrew stood in the doorway and Madison swallowed a groan. She refused to relive the scene at the front door. The entire thing didn't make any sense to her. Each time she tried to recall the words the 2 men said, her mind would bring up another random image that had nothing to do with either one of them. Perhaps she needed more sleep than she thought.
I wish to apologize to you both.
Andrew said in a stiff, formal tone, with each word clipped. "What?" she asked.
There is no need to apologize for doing your duty and protecting your ward.
"Ward? What was he talking about?"
It was not my place to judge your actions. By doing so, I assumed too much. I can only hope that he will forgive me.
"We were about to have a cup of tea. Would you care to join us?" Madison asked, though it wasn't what she wanted to say, but the words would not form. Something was wrong. A train-like roar stormed through her mind and she placed her hands on the counter to brace herself. She cried out as her body trembled. It felt as though her head would split in two at any moment.
It will pass soon, madam. I pray one day you will understand my actions.
She couldn't comprehend what he said. Did he drug her? What did he do that she would understand? Each time she opened her mouth to ask a question, the pressure increased.
What did you do to her?
Brian demanded. "He sounds angry." She liked the sound of his voice. It soothed her even with its fury-laden tone. She willed him to speak again so she could find an anchor in the storm her mind had become.
She is breaking free from the block that prevented her from seeing anything related to angels or the divine. My inexcusable actions earlier proved more than could be blocked by her mind, and now she's rebelling against the ancient blessing.
She felt a hand on her back, and at the moment it touched her, the pain subsided to a dull throb. Tears sprung in her eyes with relief. He whispered gentle words of encouragement, and slowly she returned to normal. With crystal clarity, she lifted her eyes and stared at Andrew. He owed her an explanation, and she would get it from him.
I never meant to cause you a moment's pain, child. I just wanted to be here for you, so that you would not face your dreams alone.
Who are you, really? The kind old gentleman she'd grown to love disappeared. His wrinkled and weathered skin smoothed and lightened. His hair went from a soft silver to raven waves that flattered his face. Andrew turned into a man that looked just like the statue in her foyer, without a single trace of the man who she'd grown to depend on. There are a million women, all over the globe, who would love to be able to do that, said Madison. A trickle of fear ran through her, and she wondered for a moment if she really wanted the answers to her questions. Better than Botox.
So very much like your mother. She too would use humor as her shield against the unknown.
Andrew said. You know my mother?
I have watched over you from the day of your birth. I offered up all that I am, and more, to be the one who guards you. He blessed me with you, and I will spend the rest of my days being grateful to have been allowed to know you.
He who? For answers, his only prompted more questions.
God, Madison.
God, as in the God? She made no attempt to hide her disbelief.
You dream the reality of others, and you find it hard to believe that God has blessed me?
He had her there. Why would God bless you with me? How do you know my mother? Please tell me something that makes sense, she demanded.
Those questions are easy, child. God blessed me with you because I am one of his angels. I know your mother because I am your father.